Students, today we are going to see a comprehensive problem of retirement of partner. So let us start. So let us understand the accounting treatment at the time of retirement of a partner with the help of an example. Mohan, Vinay and Nitya were partners in a firm sharing profit and loss in the proportion of 1 by 2, 1 by 3 and 1 by 6 respectively. On 31st March 2018, their balance sheet was as follows. Creditors 48,000, Employees Provident Fund 1,70,000, Contingency Reserve 30,000, and the capital of the partners, that is Mohan 1,20,000, Vinay 1 lakh, Nitya 90,000. On the asset side, cash at bank 31,000, bills receivable 54,000, books debt 63,000, less provision for doubtful debt 2,000, and in outer debtors is equal to 61,000. Plant and machinery 1,20,000, land and building 2,92,000. Now there are certain additional information given in the question that Mohan retires on the above date and it was agreed that plant and machinery will be depreciated by 5%. An old computer previously written off was sold for rupees 4,000. Bad debt amounting to rupees 3,000 will be written off and a provision of 5% on debtors for bad and doubtful debt will be maintained. Goodwill of the firm was valued at rupees 1,80,000 and Mohan's share of the same was credited in his account by debiting Vinay and Nitya's account. Vinay and Nitya will share future profit in the ratio of 3:2. Prepare revaluation account, partners capital account and the balance sheet of the reconstituted firm. Now, with the help of given information, you are asked to prepare revaluation account, partners capital account and the balance sheet of the reconstituted firm. It means after the retirement of Mohan. So, you know that whenever there is reconstitution of firm, you have to do certain adjustment before the reconstitution, and the adjustment, if we take the case of retirement, generally the adjustment consists about calculating the gaining ratio, accounting related to goodwill, accounting related to reserves accumulated profit and losses, and revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities. These are certain adjustments that you have to do before reconstitution. So, with this example, let us try to understand various adjustments which we are going to do at the time of retirement of a partner. So, first note down the question in your notebook and try to solve the question step by step. So first you are asked to prepare revaluation account, partners capital account and the balance sheet. So prepare the format of revaluation account, partners capital account and the balance sheet. So first prepare the format of revaluation account. So first prepare the format of revaluation account, that is the debit side of revaluation account will consist of two columns, that is particular and amount, and the credit side will also consist of two columns, that is particular and amount, in the same way as you used to prepare at the time of change in profit sharing ratio and admission of a partner. After preparing the format of revaluation account, prepare partners capital account. Partners capital account, on the debit side, there will be first column will be related to particular and one column each for each partner. That is Mohan, Vinay and Nitya in the given case. Then on credit side, particular and one column for each partner, that is Mohan, Vinay and Nitya. After preparing partners capital account, prepare the format of balance sheet, that is balance sheet of the reconstituted firm, that is balance sheet after the retirement of Mohan, liabilities amount and asset amount. So these three accounts will be the main part of your answer. Now Step by step we will see various adjustment which will be done in this question when we are going to do the reconstitution of firm at the time of retirement of Mohan. So first you have to calculate the gaining ratio. So for that purpose you will be required to do working note for calculation of gaining ratio. So first calculate the gaining ratio of the remaining partner. You know that after the retirement of Mohan, the remaining partner is Vinay and Nitya. So to calculate the gaining ratio between Vinay and Nitya, the formula is new profit share minus old profit share. So the new profit share between Vinay and Nitya is 3:2. That is, Vinay is going to get 3/5 part and Nitya is going to get 2/5 part. And their old profit sharing ratio as per the question was 1/3 and 1/6. To make the denominator same, you have multiplied the share of Vinay by 2 so that you get the same denominator, and thus the old share of Vinay is 2/6 and that of Nitya is 1/6. Now to calculate the gaining ratio, subtract old ratio from the new ratio. First let us see for Vinay. Vinay's new share is 3/5 minus old share, that is 2/6. So 3/5 minus 2/6. First you have to make the denominator same. So take the LCM of 5 and 6, that is 30. It means you have to multiply this 5/6 and 6/5. So if you are multiplying the denominator with the same number, you are going to multiply the numerator also. It means 3 multiplied by 6 and 2 multiplied by 6. 3 6 are 18 minus, here 5. 2 5s are 10. 18 minus 10, that is 8/30. It means the Vinay share will be, gaining share will be 8/30. And same for Nitya. 2/5 minus 1/6, that is 12/30 minus 5/30, and the gaining share of Nitya will be 7/30. So the gaining ratio between Vinay and Nitya is 8/7. So the first adjustment will be calculation of gaining ratio. After that, calculates the retiring partner share in goodwill. So the working note 2 will be related to calculation of retiring partner share in the firm's goodwill. So Mohan is the partner who is retiring. So Mohan's share of goodwill will be equal to firm's goodwill multiplied by Mohan's share in profit. So the firm's goodwill is 1,80,000 multiplied by Mohan's share, that is 1/2. So the answer is 90,000. It means the Mohan share in goodwill is 90,000. And since he is retiring, it means now the remaining partner, that is Vinay and Nitya, will compensate Mohan with this share in their gaining ratio. It means Vinay will contribute 90,000 multiplied by 8/15 because their gaining share is 8:7. So Vinay's contribution will be 90,000 multiplied by 8/15, that is 48,000 will be contributed by Vinay, and 90,000 multiplied by 7/15, that is 42,000 will be contributed by Nitya. So this will be the contribution that Vinay and Nitya is going to pay to Mohan as the share of goodwill. So after this, now let us see the question again. So you have to do two working, that is one related to calculation of gaining ratio and the second related to calculation of goodwill. Now let us come to third part. First, see the balance sheet of the firm, and with the help of balance sheet, first transfer the capitals of the partner to their capital account. यानी पहले आप इन कैपिटल्स को पार्टनर्स के कैपिटल अकाउंट में रिकॉर्ड कर दो. बैलेंस शीट से आपको पार्टनर्स के कैपिटल अकाउंट में रिकॉर्ड करना है. Since it is recorded on the liability side, it means the balance of capital is credit, so it will be recorded on the credit side of capital account. So record this to the credit side of partners capital account. By balance brought down, Mohan capital was 1,20,000, Vinay is 1 lakh and Nitya's 90,000. So record this capital first. After recording the capital in the partner's capital account, now you are going to see whether there is any accumulated profit, loss or reserve in the balance sheet. So let us see first the liability side. You can see on the liability side, first item is creditor, which is not any reserve. Then the second is employees provident fund. Again, this is not the part of any reserve because it is employees provident fund which is related to employees and not employer. Then there is contingency reserve. Reserve which is kept for any uncertain event happening in the future. So this reserve, if we see the adjustment, there is no information related to use of such reserve. It means this reserve will be distributed among the partners in their old profit sharing ratio, and the old ratio was given as 1/2, 1/3 and 1/6. So if we make the denominator same, the new ratio will be 3:2:1 because we will convert it into the same denominator 6. So 1/2 will be equal to 3/6, 1/3 will be equal to 2/6 and 1/6 will be equal to 1/6. So the old profit sharing ratio is 3:2:1. Now this contingency reserve, as there is no liability against it, will be distributed among the partners in their old profit sharing ratio. So distribute it among the partners. It means as the partners are going to get the reserve, this reserve will be recorded on the credit side of partners capital account by contingency reserve. Reserve is 30,000 which will be distributed in the ratio of 3:2:1. It means 30,000 3/6 part will be given to Mohan, that is 15,000. Then 2/6 part of 30,000, that is 10,000, will be given to Vinay, and 1/6 part of 30,000, that is 5,000, will be given to Nitya. So we have done the treatment of reserves. Now let us see the treatment of goodwill which we have calculated. So we have calculated in our working note that Mohan is to get 90,000 rupees as his share of goodwill, which will be given by Vinay and Nitya in their gaining ratio. And we have calculated it that Vinay will pay 48,000 and Nitya will pay 42,000. So the entry related to this will be Vinay's capital account debit, Nitya's capital account debit to Mohan's capital account. Since Vinay and Nitya are going to pay, so their capital account will be debited, and since Mohan is going to get this amount, his capital account will be credited. So come to the capital account of the partner, and on the credit side of Mohan's account, यानी मोहन अकाउंट के क्रेडिट साइड में राइट बाय विनय कैपिटल अकाउंट 48,000 and by Nitya's capital account 42,000, because Mohan is going to get 42,000 from Vinay and 42,000 from Nitya as a contribution for goodwill, that is his share of goodwill. As Mohan is getting this share, we are crediting his account, and since Vinay and Nitya are going to pay this to Mohan, their capital account will be debited to Mohan capital account. As they are paying this to Mohan, Vinay's capital will be debited by 48,000 and Nitya by 42,000. So we have done three main adjustment. First, that is gaining ratio, calculation of gaining ratio. Second, related to reserve and accumulated profit and loss, and third, related to treatment of goodwill. Now next we will do revaluation of assets and reassessment of liability. Now come to the adjustment. The adjustment says that plant and machinery will be depreciated by 5%. It means you have to reduce the value of plant and machinery by 5%. So the value of machinery was 1,20,000. Reduce it by 5%. So 5% of 1,20,000 will be equal to 6,000. It means reduce the value of plant and machinery by 6,000, and the entry will be revaluation account debit to machinery. Since the value of machinery is decreasing, and if the value of asset is decreasing, asset account is credited. So credit the machinery account, and so it will be recorded on the debit side of revaluation account. Revaluation account debit To plant and machinery account, 6,000 rupees will be recorded on the debit side of revaluation account. It means if there is any decrease in the asset and if there is any increase in the liability, it is recorded on the debit side of revaluation account. And if there is any increase in the asset and decrease in the liability, it is recorded on the credit side of revaluation account. So first entry we have done related to decrease in the value of plant and machinery. Now next is an old computer previously written off was sold for rupees 4,000. It means you were having a computer which you have already written off from your book, यानी पहले से ही बुक में से हटा रखा है. अब उसकी स्क्रैप हो सकता है जो आपने 4,000 में बेच दिया. यानी अगर आपके बुक में वो कंप्यूटर रिकॉर्ड है ही नहीं और अगर ऐसी कोई आप एसेट बेचते हो तो उस टाइम पे आप उस एसेट का नाम डेबिट या क्रेडिट नहीं कर सकते. रीज़न that asset is not available with you, and if you are writing it off, then the entry will be, since you are getting 4,000 rupees, bank account will be debited. Bank account debit to revaluation. It means whenever unrecorded asset earns any income, so at that time, since you are receiving money, so bank or cash account is debited and credit to revaluation account. So record it on the credit side of revaluation account, that is by bank. Computer 4,000 rupees. So second entry we have passed. Now let us see the third entry. Third entry is related to bad debt amounting to rupees 3,000 will be written off and a provision of 5% on debtors for bad and doubtful debts will be maintained. It means you are asked to write off 3,000 as a bad debt and then create a provision of 5%. Whenever such question comes, first you have to write off the bad debts and then create the provision. So if you see the question, see the balance sheet in the question, you have already the provision of 2,000 rupees. It means if you were having already the provision for bad and doubtful debts of 2,000 and if you have bad debts of 3,000, यानी पहले से आपके पास प्रोविजन करके रखा गया था बैड एंड डाउटफुल डेब्ट्स के लिए 2,000 रुपीज़ और आपके बैड डेब्ट्स थे 3,000. सो अब आपका जो लॉस है यानी जो डिफरेंस होगा दैट विल बी रिकॉर्डेड एज अ बैड डेब्ट ऑन द रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट, क्योंकि ओल्ड प्रोविजन 2,000 ऑलरेडी वॉज अवेलेबल विथ यू and the bad debts was 3,000. It means only 1,000 rupees you have to compensate and that will be recorded in the revaluation account. And then after subtracting 3,000 rupees from 63,000 or you can say 1,000 rupees from 61,000, then you are going to create provision of 5% on the remaining amount. So since the debtors on the outer column is 61,000. 2,000 out of bad debts is already minused. Now minus 1,000 from this 61,000, remaining is 60,000 and on this 60,000 you are going to create 5% provision and that will be equal to 3,000 rupees. It means the bad debts which you are going to record on the debit side of revaluation account is rupees 1,000 because 2,000 provision is already there and new provision, that is 5% of 60,000, that is 3,000 will be created. And how you are going to post it on the revaluation account? Since again the value of asset is decreasing, so it will be recorded on the debit side of revaluation account. To provision for bad and doubtful debts, 1,000 rupees, to provision for doubtful debts in which bad debts is 1,000 and new provision is 3,000. So total 4,000 rupees will be recorded on the debit side of revaluation account. So now we have passed the entry for first, second and third adjustment. Then fourth is related to goodwill, which we have already done, and the fifth adjustment is talking about the new profit sharing ratio. It means we have almost completed our question. Now we have to do the balancing of accounting. So for the balancing of account, first we will do the balancing of revaluation account. Now note down, we have recorded this plant and machinery and this provision. It means this side is recorded by us. Then we have recorded here by bank computer. Now don't pay attention on this first. First see the part which I have underlined and bracket on the debit side. तो पहले आप बैलेंसिंग करोगे डेबिट और क्रेडिट साइड में से जो साइड ग्रेटर है. डोंट कंसिडर दिस एट प्रेजेंट. So you can see 6,000 and 4,000, that is 10,000, and here only 4,000. It means debit side is greater than credit side, and if the debit side is greater than credit side, it denotes loss. It means you have incurred a loss. और loss कितने का हुआ है आपको? Total of debit side minus the total of credit side, that is 10,000 minus 4,000. It means you have incurred the loss of rupees 6,000. तो 6,000 का आपको लॉस हुआ है. यानी पहले जिस साइड का टोटल ज़्यादा है आप वो लिख लो. यानी आपका क्रेडिट साइड का टोटल ज़्यादा था, डेबिट साइड का टोटल ज़्यादा था 10,000 रुपीज़ एंड 10,000 रुपीज़. देन सब्ट्रैक्ट the credit side amount, that is 4,000, and the difference will be 6,000. And since the difference is greater on the debit side, it means debit side is greater, then it indicates loss and it will be transferred to the partners capital account in their old profit sharing ratio, that is 3:2:1. So 6,000 ka loss will be distributed among Mohan, Vinay and Nitya, that is 3,000, 2,000 and 1,000 in their old ratio. So now revaluation account is balanced. Now if you are transferring this loss to the partners capital account, it will be debited to partners capital account. यानी आप डेबिट साइड में लिखोगे टू रिवैल्यूएशन, बिकॉज लॉस पार्टनर के कैपिटल को कम कर देता है. तो टू रिवैल्यूएशन 3,000 इन मोहन्स अकाउंट, 2,000 in Vinay's account and 1,000 in Nitya's account. Now we have seen the entry related to balance brought down. Then contingency reserve we have seen, Vinay's capital we have seen, and Nitya's capital. This entry we have already seen. Now after doing this much, now do the balancing of partners capital account. अब बैलेंसिंग करते वक्त जिस साइड का टोटल ज़्यादा है वो आप दोनों साइड लिख लोगे. जैसे कि अभी तक आपने ये चीज़ें कैलकुलेट नहीं की है, तो लीव देम, डोंट लुक एट देम नाउ. फर्स्ट डू द बैलेंसिंग ऑफ Mohan's capital account. So see the credit side, that is 2,25,000 is greater than debit side. So note down on the both side 2,25,000 as the total. Now from this 2,25,000 subtract this 3,000 rupees, and the difference which you get is rupees 2,22,000. मोहन के अकाउंट में आपको जो डिफरेंस मिल रहा है 2,25,000 में से 3,000 को माइनस करके वो है आपका 2,22,000. एंड सिंस मोहन आज रिटायर हो रहा है आपके पार्टनरशिप फर्म से, सो यू कांट राइट इट एज बैलेंस कैरिड डाउन, क्योंकि बैलेंस कैरिड डाउन आप कैपिटल्स के लिए लिखोगे कैपिटल अकाउंट में. तो अब अगर ये बैलेंस कैरिड डाउन नहीं होगा तो ये ट्रांसफ़र हो जाएगा मोहन के लोन अकाउंट में टिल यू मेक द पेमेंट टू मोहन. यानी जब तक अब आप मोहन को पेमेंट नहीं कर देते हो बैलेंस अमाउंट की, तब तक ये डिनोट होगा इन योर बैलेंस शीट बाय द नेम मोहन्स लोन अकाउंट. Yes, after doing the balancing of Mohan's account, now come to Vinay's account. विनय के अकाउंट में भी क्रेडिट साइड ज़्यादा है, दैट इज़ 1,10,000, 1,10,000. सब्ट्रैक्ट दिस डेबिट अमाउंट, दैट इज़ 50,000, and 1,10,000 minus 50,000 is 60,000. Then for Nitya, 90 plus 5, 95,000. From this 95,000 subtract this 43,000, and the difference is 52,000. Now since they are going to be the partner in the firm, so their balance will be written as two balance carried down for the next year, that is 60,000 and 52,000. In this way you are going to do the balancing of partners capital account. Then come to the balance sheet. Now Since creditors, no information was given related to creditors, write is as it is from the old balance sheet. That is, creditors were of rupees 48,000 in old balance sheet, and in new balance sheet it will be of the same amount. Then employees provident firm, as it is, it will be recorded, that is 1,70,000. Now instead of Mohan's capital account, now it will be Mohan's loan account, because this is the balance sheet of the reconstituted firm where Mohan is no longer the partner of the firm. And since you have to pay certain amount to Mohan, that is 2,22,000, it will be recorded to his loan account. And then the capital of Vinay and Nitya that you brought down from their partner's capital account, Vinay capital 60,000 and Nitya's capital 52,000. Then cash at bank. You know that the cash balance as per the old balance sheet was 31,000, और आपने 4,000 का कंप्यूटर भी सेल किया है तो प्लस 4,000 और आ गए आपके पास, तो टोटल हो गया 35,000. Bill receivable as it is, it will be recorded because no information was given related to it, so 54,000. Then book debt, it was 63,000 minus bad debt 3,000 rupees, and the new provision of 3,000 rupees on in outer there will be 57,000 as debtors. Then plant and machinery. Plant and machinery was rupees 1,20,000 and the value is depreciated by 5%. So you have to write here revised value. तो जब भी आप रिकन्स्टिट्यूटेड बैलेंस शीट बनाओगे तो आपको रिवाइज्ड वैल्यू लिखनी है एसेट और लाइबिलिटीज़ की. जैसे प्लांट एंड मशीनरी आपकी 1,20,000 की थी, जिसमें से 6,000 का डेप्रिसिएशन हो गया, तो इट मीन्स 1,20,000 माइनस 6,000, 1,14,000 विल बी रिकॉर्डेड एज प्लांट एंड मशीनरी. Then next, land and building, no information was given, so write it as it is, that is 2,92,000. Then do the balancing. Liability and asset will be equal, that is 5,30,000 and 5,30,000. So in this way you will solve the comprehensive problem related to retirement of partner. So go step by step, calculate all the adjustments, see the question carefully, start from finding gaining ratio, then good treatment of goodwill, then reserves, accumulated profit and losses, then revaluation of asset and liabilities, and then finding the amount which is payable to the retiring partner. Thank you.